Manage back that I annotated on it. Right, it's the document you submitted. I went on there and I wrote a bunch of notes and suggestions and asked some questions. If you did not submit, then I didn't have time to read it, and you're just gonna have to go based on the rubric and all that other good stuff. I did want to look at a couple examples of magazines because some people have been saying like, oh, I've never read a magazine before. So what I recommend is like if your parents have a magazine, go look at it just to see how it's formatted, look at the structure of it, so you can see like what is a magazine. But I also wanted to show you how to like cite sources in a magazine. So we're going to kind of go through that here. So and I've attached these documents in ManageBack. You should see 3 attached documents. You can look through them at your own ease. It's not like you have to do everything in here, but just like a general guide, right? So here's some things I want to show you, right? So it has a title. It has who is it by, right? It has up here. It has like what magazine it's published in. And then it also has like a date, right? And again, this doesn't have to be up here, but it should be somewhere, right? What magazine is published in helps us determine the audience. You can see the structure of it being in columns, and you can see different things are being highlighted. That's not always necessary, but it's a nice feature. On the next few pages, you see it looks like this. Something that's important is that if you have a graph like your scatter plot, there should be a title. You should explain what it is, and we should be able to read the words and the numbers on there, right? If it's too small, we can't read it, then that's no good, right? Again, you're not doing bar charts, but this is just an example of how a mathematical figure might be put in there. And again, you see another chart over here. It says figure 2. It tells you what it's about. And then you can read all the words, right? And it's nice. It's in there. The formatting of it's nice. Also, if you're taking something from the internet, right, it should be cited. Right? You need to be citing your stuff in text, right? You can see they do that in their work. You should be citing your stuff in text, especially pictures that you don't create. Like your Desmos graphs don't need to be cited because you made those. But if you take anything else off the internet, like a picture, whatever, it needs to be cited next to the picture and at the end. And I'll show you how to cite at the end here. It's this one. So notice how they do references here. Basically the same thing the way you do a works cited, except it maintains the structure of the article, right? It's still in 2 columns, but the formatting for them, the way you would write the citations are the same. All right, so that's one thing. The next one is just a magazine. Another magazine, you can see again, it's telling you the name of it. It's giving a big title. It's telling you who it's by. And then the structure, you can see the 2-column structure. There's some headings on here. They input pictures. Here's a sidebar. That we talked about sidebars already. And we'll do one more. Here's another different one. This is a National Geographic. You can see it's more single columned, but you still have features of a magazine. And so just things you can look through to give you an ideas of like what is a magazine, how do I write a magazine. All right, so I hope this is helpful. Keep in mind that your rough draft is due on Thursday. You have today and you have Wednesday to work on it. And then on Thursday it's due by the end of the day. So reach out with questions. Try to get an example of a magazine from your parents so you can look at it. Okay, good luck.